Your unique story, our global audience. Global One Media.
Hello, and welcome to our series of interviews with decision makers and senior leaders of companies across the board to help you, our viewers, make informed and intelligent investment decisions. I am Munir Barazi, your business analyst and host, and today I am pleased to welcome Thomas Rosander, the CEO of Luckbox, an international esports betting platform dedicated to doing esports betting the right way. Luckbox is listed on the TSX Venture Exchange as LUKEF and the OTCQB as LUKEF. Hello, Thomas. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, nice to be here.
Welcome. So this is the first time we speak. Can you tell our viewers, please, about Luckbox, your operations, and your vision for the future?
Absolutely. So, as you mentioned, we're listed with the ticker LUK as our holding company in Canada is Real Luck Group. So we are actually a group, and Luckbox.com is our B2C brand that traditionally has been, or historically has been, our esports platform, and its slogan has been esports betting done right. We have now moved on from that, and we are going towards becoming more of a global entertainment brand. Of course, still focused on iGaming and online gambling, but we have added both casino and traditional sports. And the big thing for the future now, and our focus, is to add B2B in the form of a new ultra-fast microbetting product that we think is going to be a game changer in the industry. So that is our focus, and our vision is, of course, to launch that and see how far it can take us.
Okay, that's exciting. And can you tell us a bit more about this ultra fast betting, and tell us about your unique advantage? Why do your audience choose Luckbox as a platform?
Well, that's just the thing. Like if you would interview any CEO, any of these companies, they come with basically the same things and saying like, we're faster, we do the basics better than everybody else, and in some cases they would come up with some features that are different from the others. But the fact is that the whole sportsbook industry, including the esports books, they pretty much look the same, and this is the problem. Essentially, it hasn't really changed since they were put online. The old paper sports books, we just basically put it online, and it remains the same. It's still kind of an Excel sheet with a list of matches and some odds next to it. This is as you know, this doesn't really appeal to the new generation. So what is happening right now is two things. One is that all the sportsbook, due to this fact and due to the lack of innovation, their margins are not big enough. It's really hard to make money on sportsbook these days, especially since the costs for acquiring a player has gone up dramatically, and especially in the US, we can see the big companies paying up to $3,000 for a player, and then it's really hard to get a margin in there. So I can tell you that every single sportsbook out there, whether it's an esports book or a traditional sports, they are looking for higher margins. The second thing that is happening is that we are now witnessing a generational shift. We are in any kind of entertainment form, the new audience have their default in video gaming. So I think there's a a little bit more than 3 billion people playing video games on the planet today, and that is just increasing. So for anybody building an entertainment product, actually any kind of product in anything, if you want to really speak to this new generation, you have to build it with the default of video gaming in mind. So what we are doing with this new product is that it's a mix between a video game and a sports book. We're building it first for esports, but we're going to do it for traditional sports as well. And what it does is that we are aiming to have the same margin as you have on a casino slot, even though you're doing sports book. And we're building it the same way as we would build a video game. So engagement and core mechanic is in the middle of it. So it is, even if it was not the element of gambling in there, it is like playing a video game, and it's so much fun.
Sounds like a very good value proposition combined with also good user experience. And you mentioned that you're catering to several markets, not just sports betting, like gaming, iGaming, and gambling. Could you tell us about the sizes of those markets and their growth potential?
Yeah, so this is also the thing. If you're going into this business as a startup, I mean, we're a listed company, but we are essentially startup still as well. If you look at the esports betting industry, I think it's gonna reach 2 billion. Esports betting, it's gonna reach about 2 billion in the next couple of years, which is a nice number. The traditional sports betting business is about 20 billion, or expected to be 20 billion by 2025 or something. I don't have the exact numbers, but it's around there, which is an even better number. But that's also why we are going for esports as our long term, because we know that's going to be the biggest audience. But we're going for traditional sports as well. But the big thing here, and what is the real value proposition here, is that if you look at the video gaming industry, which of course is what's driving esports and esports betting, that business is a business that is already in the hundreds of billions. I think it's around $230 billion worth business right now. So if you combine traditional sports and the movie industry, video gaming is still larger. And many people, they don't really understand this. And that is a little bit of the problem, but it's an opportunity for us as well. If you look at the big companies like Netflix and Apple and Facebook and so on, they know this. So they are trying to incorporate games as much as they can. But I think we are in a perfect position to combine this and utilize that incredible reach of the video game generation together with one of the oldest industries in the world, which is gambling, basically.
There's a lot of potential there indeed. But as you know, there are always challenges in any business. What are the top challenges of operating in those markets, and how do you plan to address them?
Yeah, so I mean, the big challenges for everybody out there now is that they're kind of missing the video game generational shift. And it's really hard to make a margin, as I mentioned. Besides that, there is increased regulation across the world. I've been in this business a long time, and I come from when online poker started, and then it was very unregulated and a little bit of the Wild West, which was fun, but also in a way not very good for the players in terms of responsible gaming and player safety and so on. Since then, the industry have made huge steps with regulation coming into place. So it is that is absolutely a factor as well, because if you want to be truly global, you have to spend a lot of money making sure that you're following those regulations and so on, because you really want to be compliant. And even though a lot of people have a somewhat negative view on our industry, we are one of the most regulated businesses in the world. And if you compare a big gambling operator with a bank, the transparency and the control of us is even harder than it is for banks. And with the regulation coming, it gives a legitimacy to the industry. And it's, of course, much better for the players as well, because they know that their money is safe and everything is controlled and certified and all that. So it is essentially a huge opportunity for the business when the countries are doing this in a different approach. It includes politics. It's always difficult, but the countries who do who implement a good regulation, they see huge benefits, both in terms of tax revenues, of course, but also in terms of responsible gaming and player safety issues, which is good for everyone.
And I imagine that level of regulation gives a sense of safety to users. So, Thomas, what are your plans for 2023? Are there any important milestones you aim to achieve? Are there any important updates that potential investors might be interested to hear about?
Yes, absolutely. So this is going to be a massive year for Luck. We have seen amazing growth coming into this year, which kind of started last year. Last year was a lot of transformation and building a lot of stuff in the background. Towards the end of the year, we started player acquisitions in a big way. And now coming into January 2023, we broke all our records, going really well. And we are, as it looks now in February, we're probably going to double that. And it's just looking really nice on the B2C side. So we're super excited about that. And we are definitely counting on breaking even this year, being a startup and all. But that is not what we're most excited about. Like, what we're most excited about is this new B2B business and the new microbetting products. And we expect to reveal the product. First of all, it's still a well-kept secret, except for some potential future customers and certain providers that we need. But we plan to reveal that in the second half of the year. And hopefully we will also launch the product and go live, not only on our own platform, but with maybe a couple of big operators out there. So I think if investors, what they really should pay attention to is announcements about partnerships with larger operators that already have seen the product and wants to jump on board and have it in their portfolio.
I'm sure the users will be following those updates very closely. Thomas Rosander, CEO of Luckbox, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing those updates. We look forward to hearing more updates from Luckbox soon.
Pleasure's all mine. Thank you very much.